Ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to doing anything productive with your day. Say goodbye to doing the dishes, doing the washing, anything. Because Football Manager 2016 is back and it's here to steal your time.
Haven't showered in so long.
He actually hasn't. I live with him. He's not. On this week's show, we're going to be taking a look at the next generation of Scottish talent in Football Manager 2016.
And of course, we'll be looking at all your comments from last week on the best consecutive runs in Scottish football.
So, with top worldwide football managers such as Andreas Villas-Boas using the Football Manager database to garner information on real players in real life, Football Manager has never been important in predicting great young players in reality. So we took a look back at some of last year's top SPFL talent to discern whether Football Manager correctly predicted how well they do. So we asked Sega, give us a few of last year's top Scottish talents, and they rattled off a few names.
Yeah, so names people will definitely recognise, like John Suter, Charlie Telfer, Blair Spittle, Ryan Christie.
Yeah.
Lots of names that people who we have seen progress since the game came out. You know, Ryan Christie got his big move to Celtic. That's obviously a massive for him.
Yeah.
We've seen Suter is now basically a first team regular.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, you've seen these guys come on a lot.
Yes, some real talent. There's some players that are really stepping through. You've also got your Liam Hendersons and stuff like that,
So, yeah,
which are on loan at Hibs right now, playing consistently by Hibs. Some great players breaking through. Obviously, Ryan Christie's got his big move to Celtic, as you mentioned. He's a really exciting player. We see him scoring some great goals week in, week out.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute great talent there. What better to do with the release of Football Manager 2016 to look at our predictions for who's going to be the top Scottish talent in FM 2016. So let's prefix this. What we're going for is hidden Scottish talent. We're not talking Ryan Golds at Sporting Lisbon, we're not talking John Sears, we're not even talking Cummings at Hibs, because he's a first team regular player. Well, Ryan Golds not a first team regular player, but we all know about them, we've seen a lot of them. What we're talking for is hidden talent you can poach, that you can buy early on and then develop at your club and make great. Number one, Kieran Tierney at Celtic.
Yeah, I feel like probably the most obvious of these ones, and probably the only one you might not be able to call a hidden gem.
Yeah.
Because it may just be breaking through now. You know, he's played in a little bit in Europe, just getting his games, and he looks to be beating out Izagiri these days to the left back spot. So he'll be a really good one on Foot Man, because I think it'll be the kind of thing where Football Manager might not have seen that quite yet, so he'll still be maybe not valued too highly, so you maybe pick him up sort of on the cheap.
Yeah,
and it could be a brilliant prospect.
Other products that we're looking at, let's go down a league, let's go to St Mirren, Lewis Mcclure. Now, why are we talking about Lewis Mcclure? Some of you might not know who he is.
Yeah, he's the top scorer in the development league.
Yeah.
So you know, there's always good things coming from the development leagues, and we see a little bit of that sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's always good to see guys scoring like a lot of goals, and I'm thinking, you never know with these guys, if you just get them in your squad, you can bleed them through yourself and get them on specific training things, this guy could really be firing in goals.
And let me just add this in right now, Football Manager take this stuff on board. The sort of in-depth knowledge that they have more scouts than any football club or anything like that. They know so much, and they'll be looking at players like Lewis Mcclure, seeing that goal scoring record and that finishing. That'll be ratcheting up a few numbers. That'll, it'll be decent. You'll be a decent wee player. Player that I've looked at for quite a few Football Managers since, and I'm excited to play with him in Football Manager 2016. Greg Kilty. Now he's playing consistently. He's playing a wee bit for Kilmarnock now, starting to become a first team regular. He's got a couple of goals so far this season. You look at players like that, and they're exciting young talents that on Football Manager 2016, without really playing it yet. You just sign them off the bat and you see what they can become.
Just guys who have shown like a little bit of a spark, who you think, if I get that in my team, he might not start every game in the first year, but you can just bleed him into the squad and really like get him playing in the role you want him to and how you want him to play. I think that's the most important thing.
Here's a guy that I signed, I think on a Livy save in Football Manager 2015, Ryan Hardy. Ryan Hardy was a striker up front for Rangers, and I discovered him through Football Manager. I didn't really know too much about him in real life, but his finishing was excellent, and in real life he's come on leaps and bounds. He's been playing quite a lot, scoring quite a few goals, a few development games as well, scoring well in the development league. Ryan Hardy's an exciting young forward who can do things. We need you to let us know who you think is going to be your breakout player in Football Manager 2016. Everyone has their own saves, everyone has their own stories, everyone has their own hidden gems. We need you to let us know who you think will be your hidden gem. Leave that in the comment section below. So, last week's show was all about consecutive runs, great consecutive runs in Scottish football, and we asked for your favourites, and you delivered. Your first one today?
Yeah, it was Ross County. In 2011 and 2012 went on an incredible 40 games unbeaten, and that was including them getting promoted, and that continued in the top flight in the 2012-2013 season.
That was shouted out by Zoe McIver, the Bears at 44, Wrecking RCFC, Taylor Love, Gaudy Bryce, X-Shot, and Ethan Hampton. So a lot of love for that run.
Yeah,
you can't live with 40 games on.
Definitely. Another comment that was shouted out by quite a few people was about Fraser Forster's incredible 1,215 minutes without conceding a goal.
It's mental.
Like,
absolutely mental.
That form got him his call up to the England squad as well.
Yeah, exactly. And that was shouted out by Ross Ecclesay, Daniel Guilfoyle, Samuel Bryceland. All of them shouting out, and what a run it was. Our next comment comes in from Dundee FC. I don't know if that's the official page or channel or whatever, but we're pleased to have you on board. They say, throwback to the 22nd of March 1947 when Bert Julusian, I'm going to murder that name, I apologise Bert, scored 7 against Dunfermline for Dundee. Is that a consecutive run? It's a consecutive run of totally battering a team over.
Yeah, it's a 90-minute consecutive run of being amazing.
An absolute boss.
Yeah, well, 90 minutes of owning a football game.
Well, Dunfermline fans, you know, they're still having nightmares about old Bert Julusian. So, Scott Lyle is a mental Inverness fan and he paints the picture, so hear me out.
Okay.
In the 2009-2010 season, Dundee were 15 points ahead in January. Inverness put together a 21-match unbeaten run to get promotion to the SPFL. So that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's huge.
You're 15 points behind in January, it's game over. No, 21-match unbeaten run and they get promotion. However, my comment of the week, and I liked this personally on YouTube. I clicked the like button sitting in my living room on my iPad in my living room, and it's a big shout out to Ethan Taylor who's come up with an astonishing statistic.
Lay it on me.
For 350 consecutive games since September 2007, Kilmarnock Football Club have always played one Killie youth product at least in their team. 350 consecutive games.
That's like
phenomenal stuff.
Outrageous.
Phenomenal stuff. Great statistic from Ethan Taylor. I'm a big fan of that. That's the sort of comment I like. We're going to finish off with one of the better comments of the year, which comes in from Kel Cobb, who says that his favourite SPFL run was the 2 consecutive weeks without these guys. The last presenter was far more tolerable. Well, Kel, we don't exactly aim to be tolerable. We are purely here to annoy you. We're going to annoy you, Kyle.
I'm watching, Kyle.
Every week. I know you're watching.
And unfortunately, that's all we've got time for on this week's show, guys. But, as we said a little bit earlier, make sure to get all your comments in and tell us who your best signing is on the new Football Manager. Maybe the best Scottish youth product is already doing it for you. Yeah. Maybe the guy who you're looking forward to signing the most. Yeah, exactly. Just let us know.
Yeah, and if you don't want to miss any of the best bits of Scottish football, remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or subscribe to us on the SPFL YouTube channel by clicking just below. But that's it.
See you next time, guys.